Hi friends, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon because I have the next 2 days off of work. So I felt that this was the perfect time because one, I'm doing 2 readathons right now, so I need to get through as many books as possible. And two, starting on Saturday, I will be working every weekend, so all my weekends are no longer available for reading, and getting through as many of these books as possible is just kind of priority right now, so I figured that a 24-hour readathon was the perfect way to do that. It is currently 10:24. I'm going to be starting the readathon at 10:30 and then going till 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it all the way through the night. I'm going to do my best, make it as far as I can, and then we'll see how far I get. Anthony keeps joking that if I don't stay up all night, it's not a true 24-hour readathon. So I can't post it if I don't stay up all night, but I'm still gonna post if I don't stay up all night. But yeah, I'm right now in my pajamas. My first priority is probably just gonna be reading in the bath and getting ready and everything, eating some breakfast. But here are my book goals for the day. I'm currently reading 5 books. I'm hoping to finish these top 4, which are Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer, which is the story of the Mount Everest disaster of 1996. All the Light We Cannot See, which tells the story of 2 sides of the war from the perspective of 2 young children or teenagers, I guess, because they're like 16 and 18, but it also talks about them when they're 6 and 8. So it tells the story of that through their perspectives and how good isn't always good and bad isn't always bad, and just how like the bad people were doing what they thought was right and the good people were doing what they thought was right, and how those lines can blur, and I just really am enjoying this. And Ready or Not by Meg Cabot, which tells the story of a girl who saved the president and now her boyfriend wants her to spend Thanksgiving with him, and she's trying to decide whether or not she's ready for the next step in their relationship. And then The Carrie Diaries by Candace Bushnell, which is the prequel to Sex and the City, which I have not seen, but I'm enjoying the book so far, I guess. And those are the 4 that I would like to finish today. I'm also going to be reading around 5 to 7 chapters of Crooked Kingdom to keep up with their booktubers in the read along with me. And then if I finish all 4 of those, or if I just get bored, I have a couple other options. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, which I'm dying to pick up because it's part of the theming of the next Owl Crate box, so I want to make sure that I know what's going on. Then I have God's Grave, which is a sequel to Nevernight, and I'm dying to pick this one up because I love Nevernight and I want to know what happens next. And it is my potions prompt for the Owls Magical Readathon. I have Before Marilyn, the Blue Book Modeling Years. And I'm just going to be picking this up to try to get some of it done. It is one of the prompts for my Owls Magical Readathon, but it is one of the lesser priority prompts because it doesn't fulfill my Hogwarts professor career. And lastly, Wanted by Sarah Shepard, which is the next book in the Pretty Little Liars series. So this is my super ambitious TBR for the day. I know I'm going to finish at least 4, hopefully 5, but we'll check in with you guys throughout the day. I'm gonna go take a bath. I don't know what else I expected to happen there. So it's 10:29. As soon as it hits 10:30, I'm gonna go start my bath, read in the bath, eat some breakfast, everything like that, and I will check in with you guys in a bit. Hi friends, it is now 12:32, which is about 2 hours since I started. I took a bath and read and have read a little bit of each of these. These 2 only have 50 pages left, so these will definitely be finished within the next like 4 hours, I'd say, by the next 1 or 2 updates. This one still has 200, but it's a really easy read, so it's easy to pick up when my brain needs a little bit of break from the more involved texts. But right now, I think I'm going to be picking up Throne of Glass while I go get some breakfast/lunch, and then I will update you from there. It is now 3:17 and I have been working on Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. It's essentially the story of an assassin who goes on a quest to become the champion assassin against other criminals for the kingdom. And I can already sense a love triangle blossoming, so I'm unsure about that because I never really liked the love triangle trope, but I'm really engaged in the story. I did fall asleep though, so I only got 50 pages in. So I fell asleep for like an hour. I don't even remember falling asleep. I just woke up at like 2:30 and I was like, oh, guess I fell asleep. So we're already behind on that 24 hour. I'm gonna keep working on this though, and also on the other 3 books here. The Into Thin Air, All the Light We Cannot See, and the Carrie Diaries. So I will check in with you guys later once I get more reading done. Hopefully I'll do better this next little set, and yeah. Alright, it is 7:01 and I am back with an update. So I have finished All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Not sure how I feel about it in the end. I think I'll give it a 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I like the premise and like the idea of it, but I'm not sure how I feel about the ending, and I mean, I don't know. I need to like think about it a little more because I just finished it, so I need to like collect my thoughts about it, I guess. And I've continued reading the Carrie Diaries. I'm on page 253, which is the start of chapter 23. And I've also continued reading Throne of Glass. I'm now on page 104. And lastly, I have picked up God's Grave as well. I'm on page 25. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to be reading throughout the 24 hours because it is a lot longer to read each page, and I'm trying to push through as many books as possible, but at least I've started it and I can pick it up whenever I want, and I can also finish it this week, but I don't know if I'll be picking it up much more throughout this next 24. Well, I won't be checking in with you guys till later this evening. I'm going to be reading, having dinner, watching a movie with my family like I do whenever we get the chance. I think we're going to be watching Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I'm excited about. So I will check in with you guys after all of that. Hi friends, it is 10:27 at night, and I'm probably not going to be doing another update tonight after this just because my parents' room is right next door and the walls are super thin, so I don't want to be talking at like 2 a.m. while they're trying to sleep, but I'm just going to do my last quick update before I lay in bed and like just read the rest of the night. I'm going to try to stay up as long as possible, but again, I won't be doing updates. I will let you know in the morning how I did. I'm on page 337 of Into Thin Air, 116 of Throne of Glass, 253 of the Carrie Diaries, 136 of Ready or Not by Makeup, 147 of Crooked Kingdom, 25 of God's Grave, and I have not started Wanted or Before Marilyn. I do expect to finish these 3 by tomorrow morning, finish or catch up in my reading on Crooked Kingdom, and get a bit done in Throne of Glass. Have a good night, you guys. I will check in with you in the morning. Hi friends, it is now 10:29 on Friday, which means my 24-hour readathon ends in less than a minute now. So I'm just going to do my kind of wrap-up of the 24-hour readathon right now. I was able to finish all 4 of these books. So first of all, I finished All the Light We Cannot See, and I ended up giving this 3 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed the concept, and I liked a lot of the messages behind it and how it showed the perspective of the bad side and how what they thought they were doing was good and everything like that. I'm always interested in that kind of trope, I guess, but it just didn't hit all the way home for me, so it's not something I love, but I did enjoy it. I then finished The Carrie Diaries by Candace Bushnell. I'm gonna give this 2 stars. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining, but there was a very toxic relationship in it, and it was bothering me that she couldn't see that it was toxic, nor did she really ever like point out that it was toxic behavior or anything like that. so it wasn't really challenged in any way. So I think I'm gonna give this a 2 stars. Then I finished Ready or Not by Meg Cabot, and I am going to give this a 1 star. I really did not enjoy it at all. The only part I enjoyed was there was this scene where in the cafeteria, and if anyone wants to read this, I'm not going to give it away, but it was just, it made me laugh like actually out loud. So I enjoyed that. Other than that, it didn't really offer much for me. It's just not my taste. And lastly, I finished Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer, and I'm giving this a 3 stars. I enjoyed it. It's not a book I love, but I did enjoy learning about the disaster, and it is a type of genre I think I'll pick up in the future of like realistic adventure. I was also able to pick up Throne of Glass. I made it to page 130. I am really enjoying this. It kind of feels like the teenage version of Nevernight, if that makes sense. Not the B-rated because it's just as good, but like the younger version of Nevernight. And then speaking of Nevernight, I did pick up God's Grave, which is the sequel to Nevernight, and I'm enjoying this as well. I'm only on page 25 because it was a bit of a longer read to get through, so I didn't want to put a lot of emphasis on this for the 24-hour readathon, just so I could get through more books. So that was my 24-hour readathon. I was able to finish and or get to 6 total books. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I ended up falling asleep around midnight, so I got 7 hours of sleep, and that's 7 hours that I didn't read. Plus I took a 1-hour nap yesterday, so I definitely think I can do better in the future. And I also need to watch a few more 24-hour reading vlogs and kind of figure out how to vlog it, because I found that a little difficult to figure out. So stay tuned for my next 24-hour readathon. I hope you enjoyed this one, but I think the next one will be better as far as like showing you how I'm doing and giving you updates and stuff, just so I've already done one, so now I have that knowledge and I can move forward and fix it from here. But I did have fun on this 24-hour readathon. I was able to finish 4 of the books on my list and start 2 more, so I'd say that's pretty good. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!